Black Oni.
Episode 1 is out on YouTube right now, youtube.com/Black Oni. Go there, check it out, see what's good with that, and catch up on everything that happened last episode. As you can see, daughter is right next to me as opposed to on the other side.
I'm back home.
And we also have our fifth player who wasn't able to join us last week. Dana, you want to say hi, Dana?
Hello.
Awesome. Ready to jump in?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right. So, last week we met the first 4 of our daring adventurers. So Adrax, who is our black-scaled, acid-spitting Ravenite Dragonborn, who's tracking down some sort of person of interest. Naomi, our silver-haired desert elf rogue, the sparking dagger and some tricks up her sleeve. Daughter, a stargazing, veggie-munching, furbolg druid on the road to the Blooming Grove. And Siren, a katana-wielding tiefling on a mission for an order of blood magic-wielding monster hunters. So, traveling north together, the party stopped for the night, or that was the plan, in Hupperduke, which is a work-hard, play-hard, gnomish engineering city built into the side of the Silverkel Mountains. On their way to the well-recommended Blushing Tankard Tavern, the party witnessed and failed to prevent the escape of Goliath prisoner of war, Sken Zabris. But they did enable the Crown's Guard to help capture one of Sken's kobold prisoners before the kobold, without the kobold exploding like all of his friends. The kobold was then led to the Gearhole prison, which now boasts a smoking hole in one of its walls from Sken's escape. The party stayed the night at the Blushing Tankard, preparing to visit the prison and track down Sken the next morning, and the party leveled up to level 2. So we've got a bunch of level 2 characters now. So, the morning dawns, you wake up at the Blushing Tankard, bright and early, ready to get a start in the day. What would you folks like to do?
Well, I'm pretty hungry, y'all. What do you think about getting some breakfast around here? Hopefully the options are a little bit more extensive than what we got for dinner.
I'd like coffee, please.
Right, so gathering down one by one, you'll make your ways down to the great sort of open hall on the ground floor of the Blushing Tankard. To your dismay, the options are a little bit less selective than they had for dinner. They do have some sort of savory pancakes, various types of sausages. So it's mostly sort of breakfast meats and such. But again, for the druid, there are some completely meatless, but mostly savory pancakes. Coffee, they can do coffee. Anything else people would like them to bring to the table?
Your finest eggs and sausages. For me.
All right. And so the table here is it's pretty low to the ground. It's for the larger characters among you, it's not terribly comfortable because everything is built sort of mostly to accommodate the gnomes, but with enough room that like at least shorter humanoids are pretty comfortable. But so the gnome waiter will take your orders and go off, and you begin to smell the sausages and eggs and pancakes cooking as they bring over your coffee, leaving you to talk amongst yourselves about what it is you plan to do.
Before we get on the rest of our journey, I wanted to share something with you that's valuable from where I'm from. So I go into my pouch and take out some beans, some roasted beans. I know the coffee here isn't good. I want you all to try this. And so I get like a one of those mallet thingies that you use to crush things, mortar and pestles, and I crush up some beans, some coffee beans, And
Do you always carry around loose coffee beans in your pocket?
I know the coffee everywhere else sucks. All right, trust me on this one. You're gonna love this.
Well, I
I can't wait to try your pocket bean coffee. Very excited.
I guarantee it's fresher than what they have here.
And just imagine me I'm wearing like sunglasses inside. I'm very kind of tired and hungover. So I'm extremely skeptical about your pocket coffee.
Okay, so you're sitting here in the, this, maybe we'll say like a back booth. The waitress comes back and with your plates of like sausage and eggs and pancakes, and starts walking more slowly towards the table, just like with this like very confused look on her face as you've set up this like small like laboratory on the back table. But she just drops off your food, doesn't ask any questions. Yeah.
Well, I guess we might as well dig in. Or should we wait on your bad coffee?
I'm telling you now, you'll never want to go back. And I just vigorously crunch. Can I get some hot water here?
Yeah. All right. The gnome brings out a pot of hot water. The table, and she just, I'm sorry. Was there something wrong with the coffee I brought you?
No, but try this. And so I give her like a small little sample of the coffee.
I'm all right. Thank you though.
Are you sure?
Backs away. You take a minute or two, and you're able to brew up some of your pocket coffee. Yeah, smell of this rich. Of this rich coffee, a lot of sort of berry notes and like sort of like dark chocolate sort of filling the air. Smells fantastic.
And so I take a sip of mine as I start handing cups off to the rest of the group. Letting you know now. Get it while it's hot.
I pick mine up and I just hold it to my nose and I just go, Smells. And I take a sip of it.
Daughter takes a cup and smells it and says, it does smell quite nice. I'll try this bean water. And drinks it. And
Daughter had coffee before?
I said it smells nice.
Yeah, no. I was just curious, like if daughter is a coffee drinker.
I don't think so. No, she's not a coffee drinker. She's not had this type of bean water before, so she's curious but open to it because it smells earthy and natural. So she takes a sip and she says, "Oh, it's doing weird things to the back of my mouth, but
that means it's working."
Okay. It's kind of bitter.
And so you have your fill of your breakfast foods. You're all properly caffeinated. And what is next?
Well, I guess we have to go find that Goliath from last time, so maybe we should ask some townspeople about where she went, and maybe some information.
That's a good idea. We can go back to where we had that fight and take it from there.
Sounds like a great plan.
So, group in agreement?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
So you head out from the Blushing Tankard out and take the lift down. There's some gnomes who sort of crank this platform that raises and lowers, which is sort of a more efficient way for most of them to get up and down the side of the mountain than the stairs, lowering you back down to the lower area of Hupperduke, and you make your way back towards the intersection where you first had your fight. Looking around, you can see that the hole in the side of the mountain where the prison is no longer smoking, but is still, you know, very visible. You do see a number of people walking the streets, going about their business. Lots of them, though, stopping and looking and staring at, you know, the hole in the side of the mountain.
I go to the last spot of our fight and kind of look at the ground for the footsteps. I mean, it's gonna be harder to see the footsteps because of all the people around, but I'm looking to see if I can maybe see deeper imprints since she was so much bigger than everyone else around here.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, make a survival check.
Okay. Survival. I got advantage, but I've also got -1 on it.
Oh no.
Let's see how this goes. Okay. First one was an 8. Second one was an 11.
Okay. With an 11, this is so unfortunately trying to follow the footsteps of even this is a large creature, but on cobblestone streets that are well traveled, you know, 12 hours later. Unfortunately, you're not able to find anything on the cobblestones that would suggest where they had gone.
Okay.
You do notice, though, as you're looking around, you are able to see. So, like the sort of piles of exploded kobold have been cleaned up, but there is still some, you know, residual traces of blood in the cobblestones. So you are able to see like those areas of exactly where the fight took place, but you're not able to see where the Goliath would have gone.
Got it. Yeah, I can't tell where the Goliath has gone from here. It's way too much interference, but...
Can daughter make a perception check?
You sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Just looking, what are you looking at? Just taking it in?
Yeah, just kind of taking in everything happening in the area and trying to see if there's any clues there.
Sure. Well, okay. Good.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay. With a 15, so perception, just sort of like looking around in the area, looking around to see what you can take in. You see the hole in the wall where the prison is. You see a couple. There are some flyers put up that are offering rewards for stolen for goods that have been going missing, presumed stolen around town. You see an advertisement for an herbalist shop, but you don't see any Goliaths, lurking around the corners or things like that.
Okay. So I report back to the group. I'm really not seeing anything either around here.
So I point over to where the Goliath was last seen running. It's like, we clearly have to go this way first to check out who saw what and when. So I start walking that way.
I guess I follow and I go. I remember getting a good clean hit off her when she ran away. I think you did as well. I'm surprised we didn't find any blood or any type of trail. Maybe there's some place we're not looking down the street. Can I go for like can I look around and something and see if I can find it?
Sure. You can also make a survival check.
Survival check. Okay, let's see. Tell me something good this week. 16.
Okay.
16. Okay. So with a 16, so that's certainly better. This is still a incredibly difficult job trying to track something over the cobblestone streets. And as you remember, you did get a good hit into the Goliath, but the Goliath was shrugging off some of your attacks and using some type of some type of ability to sort of heal over some of the wounds it had, meaning that it seems like it was not leaving a trail of blood through the streets. Make a intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Okay. Where are you?
Or make an investigation check.
Investigation? Sure.
Yep.
Ah, 4.
Okay. All right. All right. So with a 4, you probably wouldn't be able to identify. So talking around, you ask some people around where the if anybody saw where the Goliath was running, and you with a 4, you get some people are able say they saw. They do say that they saw the Goliath running through the streets the previous night, but all of them sort of just tell you where they saw it running from, which you already know, which is like from the prison, and nobody gives you new information about where they saw it running to.
Yeah.
Can I take a look around to see if there are any like dropped items from the Goliath or a group of exploding people?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's not gonna do. That's a 7.
Ooh.
With a 7, no, doesn't seem like there's any. You don't see any dropped items. You get the sense that everything would have been sort of blown up in the explosion. Again, with Siren pointing out what he saw before, you do see some of the blood spatters on the cobblestones where the fight took place previously. But other than some residual blood and some mud, on the cobblestones, it doesn't look like there's any concrete physical objects of interest around.
I guess we could find all we can here, so maybe we should go somewhere else and maybe talk to the town guard once again. Maybe they still have that kobold in question and we could get more information out of.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
Let's head over.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, let's head over. And so we walk that way.
Okay, so the kobold was taken to the Gearhold prison. So you're going to go there and try to see where the kobold is,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you head down the street towards looking at it's easy to find. Again, there's like a massive hole in the wall where this prison was. Just a huge sort of opening with in the rock with bits of metal and rebar sort of poking out, marking where the Goliath made their escape. Below that, there is a large set of iron doors leading into the prison, and there is a single human Crown's Guard who's guarding the entrance to the prison. He's got blonde, curly hair, a little bit shaggy, and as you approach, he sort of holds his spear a little bit more firmly, and just says, "Oh, what do you want? No visitors today, please."
I shine the badge a little bit from the light coming in, kind of let it reflect a little bit. It's like we're here on some official business. We have to speak with one of the prisoners.
Official business. Who sent you?
I have to remember the name of the person. Hold on.
I believe his name was Bran
Grochswallow.
Bram Goldschwaddle, the head of the town guard. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. All right, got a 14.
Okay. When you mention Bram Goldschwaddle's name, and you're shining the badge, letting it catch the light, and he says, all right. Who was it you hoped to talk to?
One of these kobolds here that we captured on our patrol.
Oh, all right. Yes, there's one still being held. This way, please. And he brings you in up some stone stairs to the top to the next floor where the prison is. And there's a series of cells. Towards the end of the hall, you can see a light coming into the hallway that is shining in through the hole in the wall. Through the cell, and you can hear some people moving around down there. Before you get down there, there's in one of the earlier cells, you do see the kobold just curled up in the back of the cell, sort of just at the intersection of the wall and the floor, presumably sleeping. The guard says, I'm Fritz, by the way. Let me know if you need anything. I'm just gonna go check in. And he keeps going down the hall.
Thank you so much, Fritz. And so I look over to the group. So how do you want to do this? Do we do the good cop, bad cop scenario, or do we just try to level with them? Nami, how are you with people? How are you with extracting information from them?
I mean, okay. Not usually. That's my specialty. Is usually not getting things out of people, but tricking people into false information is kind of my thing.
That could be useful. And how about you, daughter? How are your persuasive tactics?
I'm not very persuasive, but I am pretty perceptive on what's going on.
Okay.
Most of the time.
All right. And how about you, Adrax?
I lean on the wall and I cross my arms. Just look at me.
Intimidation. Grind. Got it. I don't want to scare them off with too many of us at once, but I think everyone here has something valuable we can contribute to getting more information out. So I'll knock on the metal and wake them up, and let's see what we can do.
Okay.
I go over, clink on the metal, clink, 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 clink. Hey, wake up!
The kobold, again, is this small red, sort of dragon-like, lizard-like creature, still wearing this sort of rough cloak that they let him keep, stirs and sort of scoots up and is looking at you with a mix of fear and anger, sitting in the back of the cell. What do you want?
I want to know what you want. What's something that we can do to help make this imprisonment situation a little more comfortable for you?
What I want? Well, I very much like to not be in this prison cell anymore.
I can empathize with that. However, you and your associates have made things pretty complicated for us here. I want to help you, but in order for that, I need you to help
Associates,
me.
you mean my friends who you blew up?
To be fair, we didn't. They just blew up on their own. We didn't know that would happen.
Daughter pipes up. I was trying to just keep you guys into one place. You guys blew up.
My arms are still crossed on the wall, just laughing. I'm laughing.
Oh, you gonna get me out of here or what?
You have to help us out first before any of that conversation happens. We need to know why you were there, why you were doing a prison escape in the first place, what your deals were, and why instead of talking with us, you decided to attack instead. There was an absolute option to do that since we're communicating right now.
Tell you anything?
Well, who wants to go first?
Give him pocket coffee.
It's an interesting idea. How do you feel about coffee?
What do I feel about coffee?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate getting out of this cell a little bit more, but...
Baby steps, baby steps. I take out my mortar and pestle and start grinding up some coffee as we continue.
You're just gonna so you just make some coffee. The group you're gonna take like 10 minutes, as you said. So
it's a ritual. Yeah? You gotta put love into it when you do it. So it is a ritual.
Oh God!
And you guys keep asking questions while I'm doing this. So yeah, go ahead.
I guess I'll just say something to Cobalt. Where would this Goliath go since she left you all behind?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. Let's see.
I can't see the number. It covered it.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Kobold just hisses at you.
Can I roar back at him?
Yeah.
Yes. Go do that and go make an intimidation check.
Okay. That is a 14.
Okay. All right. So the kobold hisses at you, and you just roar back, and it sort of skitters back into like a corner, a little bit cowed.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Well, I see you're choosing to take the harder way out of this situation. I'm trying to make this easier for you. And then, Fritz, I need hot water.
Daughter walks up to the kobold and asks, why were you and what was her name? It's not a Cyclops.
Goliath.
The Goliath. Why were you and the Goliath working together?
So sorry, it has this at this point. We'll say that Siren's coffee making. We'll just accelerate this a little and say Siren's coffee making has been finishes up, and so you're able to as you're asking this, you're handing over some hot coffee to this
delicious hot
to this kobold. Yeah, delicious hot coffee. Again, the aroma of it wafting into the cell now. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
For me or daughter?
No, daughter.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay. The kobold tentatively comes forward to get some of the coffee, and as you're trying to pass it through the cell, you bungled a little, and so some of it spills on spills on the kobold, and the kobold hisses and scoots back.
Sorry about that.
At this point, you hear a sound from you hear from downstairs the gate opening, and you hear somebody coming up the steps. Dana, would you like to introduce your character?
Sure. I'm playing Kara Pace. She is a artificer. And she's in Hupperduk on some business.
You want to just describe what your character looks like as they...
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She has blonde frizzy hair, wears red frame glasses, and dresses in shades of dark monotones. She's an elf, and
I think her age is pegged at like 210 years old. But I'm sure she just kind of looks closer to like 35 and human.
Okay.
And so Kara, coming up the stairs to go and conducting your own business, and the hallway through to get to the back cells is sort of blocked by this group of this larger group of folks who are all gathered around the bars of one of these to this initial cell, just what looks like harassing this small like lizard-like creature that's in the cell.
Kara walks by and says, Did you just splash him with hot coffee?
Not on purpose. I was trying to give him some. What's your
Definitely
name?
gave him
Creature
some.
has rights.
This is a terrible, terrible misunderstanding. I'm here trying to make coffee for our kobold friend here.
It's a completely normal situation that we're doing right.
And we just spilled
So
some of
you're
the coffee
a
on.
barista?
In some senses, yes, but not really. You see, this coffee here is from my hometown. It's very special to me. Trying to reason with our kobold friend here, who is refusing to cooperate.
His group of friends attacked us, and then there was a giant Goliath that ran away. So we're just really trying to understand what's happening here.
Were they a part of that explosion yesterday?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I might have some questions of my own then.
By all means, are you would you say you're someone who's persuasive in any way?
It depends how kind the DM is.
DM, what is this you speak of?
The ethereal gods. I wonder if... what could I do? She has like a tool sling, almost like a work belt, but like slung across her back, and she starts rifling through it. And she pulls out metal tongs and a short spiked hammer.
Oh.
And she says, I think this might help me be a little bit more intimidating.
Oh.
I like her.
Y'all have such weird things in your pockets.
Tom, do they have like access to the kobold? Or is he like behind bars, sort of like a few feet away?
Yeah.
Could I do would you do sleight of hand for picking a lock?
So if you want to pick the lock, that it's just a straight dexterity check, and add your proficiency bonus for the tools.
All right. I'm gonna do that then.
Siren looks on.
So
it's like we could probably.
Tom,
call
you're
the
saying
guard.
Dex plus proficiency?
Yeah, just do a dex check and add 2.
Okay. And do I get advantage with thieves' tools?
No, using the thieves' tools is what allows you to add your proficiency.
Okay. That's a 13 total.
Okay, sure. Are you trying to be stealthy about this, or is it obvious to no? Okay, so you go up, you get out your thieves' tools, you start picking the lock. You successfully pick the lock to this and swing the door in. The door swings open. And Fritz, who is standing at the hallway, who is sort of looking in at whatever's going on in the cell at the end of the hall, where the light's coming through. Here's this, and looks back down at you and says, what are you doing? Excuse me, who are you? And starts coming down the hall towards you.
Kara closes the gate.
Okay. Okay. And Fritz is going to say, "Excuse me. What are you doing?"
She's gonna lie and say it was already open.
Okay, make a deception check. Yeah.
Let's hope this goes well.
Siren's eyes flare like, what the
This isn't bad. 16.
Oh,
16. All right. Yeah. Okay. Fritz says, "Oh, well, thank you. I'm very glad you caught that. That would have been, could have been nasty. There's a
Power says, I have an eye for
there.
these things, and taps her glasses.
Fritz is still is thankful but wary, and says, who are you? Are you also with the? Did Bram also send you?
No, I'm here to find out how they made such a big hole in that wall.
Oh, are you here from the Firemark facility?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I am.
Well, certainly. We already have some folks here looking into it, but you're welcome to look yourself if you would like as well. And thank you for finding the problem with the door here. And he locks it again.
Bows deeply. Like a full, perpendicular to the ground. You can't tell if it's ironic or not. Kara asks, or I ask, may I go join your investigators then?
Certainly. And so you're gonna go back to the back room?
Yes.
Okay.
And Kara
All right.
says, ciao for now.
Okay.
They have Italian in Exandria, right?
They do now. All right. So he leads you back to the back room, and you look into the back room where there's the light coming through. It's like a 10-foot wide hole in the wall. Again, sort of jagged rebar. Bent outwards through the gap in the stone from what used to be this reinforced stone wall. Inside the room, there's just like a small overturned bed on one side. There's a little skylight in the ceiling. There is a mangled chamber pot that's embedded into one of the walls, and there is an elf in a long leather coat who is trying to pull it from the stone. And Fritz coughs and just says, Miss Amberwind, there's another investigator here from the Firemark facility to investigate the room, Miss Amberwind. And the elf is just going to take some charred pieces of paper out of the pot that she was trying to pull from the wall and pocket them before turning and acknowledging your presence. She has long silver hair. Again, she's wearing this long, elaborately tailored leather duster, and she just says, "Ah, this Flimmy Flammy. Well, what are you doing here? What do you hope to find here? The early bird gets the worm, and I have to say you're rather late."
I've never been called a Flimmy Flammy, but I'm
I
here
assure you,
to
it will
figure
not
out
be the first time.
quite. I'm here to figure out how this explosion happened. What are you here to find?
I'm here to find how the prisoner escaped. The mechanics of the explosives are not of particular interest to me, and I don't think I'll need them. Good luck in your investigation, though.
Okay.
She moves to walk past you to exit.
As she walks past, I would like to sleight of hand steal them papers.
Yes, go ahead. Make a sleight of hand check.
All right.
Spooky.
Not too bad. 14. Ooh.
14. With a so you reach out to try to grab to like slide your hand into her pocket, and she whips around. She grabs your she just grabs your wrist and says, "Nice try, Butterfingers. You'll need to be faster than that to keep up with Ianra, Amberwind." And she just drops your hand and keeps going to exit.
I love the accent.
Okay. Kyra's gonna look around. She's gonna rifle through her tool bag and pull out sort of, I guess maybe like measuring tape.
Okay.
Or some sort of cross between like a measuring rope and, a contraption that you'd maybe hand crank up. And she starts sort of jotting down some notes about like the size of the blast, how far away the chamber pod is, sort of just figuring out like the point of explosion. She also runs her finger on the wall and rubs it on her gums and sort of sniffs around too, trying to maybe suss out what type of materials were used for the blast.
So two things. One, make a investigation check as you're looking around trying to take these measurements. Two, make a perception check as you are rubbing things on your gums. While you are doing that, let's pop back to the rest of the folks who are continuing to interrogate this poor kobold. What are you folks doing?
I'm trying to still serve the coffee while trying to be nice, right? Just take this carefully. So, tell me here, why did you bail this Goliath out?
Make a persuasion check, and as you are doing this, Ginra Emberwind comes through, and you see this elf now with this like long silver hair. And she just, pushes past you, and as she's doing this, she just smells the air and says, that smells quite nice.
I turned to her.
I didn't know this prison, the prison of Hubberduke had such fine coffee. And that's all she says. And she's not even looking at you. She's just sort of like talking to herself. And she's pushing past you and like exiting the prison.
I just like for a moment just glance that way to see who says that, and also just nod to myself like, yeah, that's right.
Did she like directly bump into me while she was walking through?
Yeah, I mean, she'd be trying to squeeze past you folks. It's like pretty narrow, so we'd say yes.
I think I would try to pickpocket her, just for anything.
Sure.
Yeah. Just like, I don't like her pompous attitude.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Steal from cops in the prison.
We steal.
That's a 21.
Yeah.
21. All right. Yeah. All right. So with a 21, you are able to pick out of her pocket without her seeing exactly what it was that she took from this note that she took from the pot, which you didn't see that, so you don't know what this is.
I have no clue.
But you do find this note, and I'm gonna go ahead and post it into the chat. And I don't know, Will, how you would like to
share it with them.
Share that, how you would like to pull that up, but I can read what it says. It says, "Worry not, I am an ally of your calm. No questions. Take this ring and follow to my humble domain. Stand back," and everything else is burned away.
And that lady had this. Can I hold up the paper to the group?
And what was the persuasion check on the kobold? On convincing him to tell you what the who was it? Was that Siren or
Siren? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Siren.
What did you get out of that?
I got a 9.
A 9. Yeah.
Oh,
you folks are having no luck getting out. Make an insight check.
Okay.
This guy is like stone cold.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 21, baby. Natty 20.
21. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
much better.
So this kobold, he seems very reticent to share anything with you. Seems nervous and a little scared. Although honestly, he doesn't. It's a mixture. He seems like he's a little bit nervous and scared of you folks after having burned him and dragon roared at him. But he also it seems like he's already just he seems nervous. He seems like in a precarious situation for reasons that are causing him to tighten up and not share.
And I can tell that based on like everything that's just happened.
Exactly. So you sense you're going to have a really hard time getting things out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you could have if you rolled a little better. But yeah. But that's the sense you're getting off of him.
Okay.
Kara. So what did you get on your perception check, and what did you get on your investigation check?
Very middling on both.
All right.
An 11 for perception and 12 for investigation.
Okay. So you smell a distinct smells that you recognize very clearly. You get a smell. There's a smell of sulfur in the air, and rubbing your gums with sort of the residue that you're finding on the walls. You can tell there was some sort of blasting powder was used. Not terribly distinct from, but not to extent that you wouldn't be with your roll. You wouldn't necessarily be able to tell whether it was any different from the type of blasting powder that you would have experience with at the Firemark facility, or with Master Cleft Tinkertop in town might have some might also have some experience with some of these types of engineering powders and residues, but nothing too different from what you have seen at the Firemark facility. With a 12 investigation, looking around, you see that there are signs of multiple explosions at various points on the inside wall that was blasted open, and you can tell that the hole is the result of a blast that went outwards. But otherwise, you can't. You're not able to tell too much about the precise details of the explosion. More so much as just that there were sort of multiple explosions that seem to have gone off.
So, just for my knowledge, are you saying one explosion was outward and then others?
No. There was a set of explosions going outward, but beyond that sort of high level analysis, you're not able to get a lot more.
Okay, so it's not like one is different than a set. They're all pretty much the same.
Right. With a 12, the other thing you would find is a jagged fist-sized shard of bronze that seems to have been lodged under one of the lodged under the bed. But other than that, aren't able to find much.
I go over to pry it away.
Okay. You're able to easily extract this small bronze.
How large is it?
About the size of a fist.
Okay. Does this seem like a blast cylinder, or just something that might have been in the room that exploded?
Make another just sort of investigation check to inspect this piece.
Natty 20 for 24 total.
Damn.
Okay. So looking at this piece of bronze is you can see patterns from the outside where It's been burned, and the metal is sort of darker. It smells strongly of sulfur. It looks like another piece of whatever was used to cause this explosion that didn't detonate. If since you may need to be careful with this to make sure it does not detonate as well, but with a little bit of effort, you might be able to extract some of the explosive material from it.
Okay. Do I identify, say, a blasting pin or something like that I can somehow deactivate or
with a natural 20? Yes.
Okay.
You absolutely do. And I would just say with
it somehow.
Yeah, I would say with a natural 20, if you would like to, and based off of your expertise, exactly how you would need to. You are able to immediately disarm it, and you know exactly what you would need to do to extract the blasting powder out of it.
That's great. I pick it up and I put it in my little tool bag. I don't know if I should flavor that more, since there's no one else seeing it happen. But yeah, I stuffed this fist-sized copper thing, which I guess in our world sounds like a grenade, into my tool belt. I guess with that, she exits that area and heads back toward the party, maybe to on her way to exit.
And as you are exiting, conveniently, you see Nami holding this and waving around this piece of paper that you saw Yinra having extracted from the wall that you had tried to steal from her, providing some convenient motivation for you to talk to the rest of the group.
I walk out. That paper, did you steal it from that, whatchamacallit? That flimmy flammy?
Flimmy flammy.
Now, to be clear, as you'll recall, in the conversation you had with Yinra, it was in fact you who were the flimmy flammy. So.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Kara is now trying to cast the insult.
Cast it off. Yeah. All right.
At her.
Okay.
I'd say more. She bumped into me and it fell into my hand.
I wink at Nami. I understand. Can I take a look?
Yeah, just a piece of paper. I thought it'd be money, and I hand it to her.
I guess maybe I would do a history or some sort of what would work here. I guess history or insight, reading this piece of paper. See if it.
Mm-hmm. You can do a history check to see if you recognize anything that refers to things in the past that you know of.
Kara rolled an 8 total and just shakes her head.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Looking at this, it doesn't seem like there's anything reference that's of historical significance. You do see words about allies, but there's it's difficult to see anything in particular. You do see humble domain. Could refer to some place, but again, there is not a lot of details. The only thing that's sort of concrete is you see this mention of a ring, but again, it's sufficiently vague that you're unsure what's being talked about.
Kara would like to take out the, what should we call this? Just copper explosive?
Mm-hmm. Bronze, I believe.
Bronze? Okay. She takes out the bronze explosive and says to the kobold, "You see this before?"
He says, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you?
Well, I could arm it and see how well you are with it.
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
I got a +0, so a 12.
A 12. He doesn't really believe that you're going to cause additional explosions in the jail.
Ooh, that makes me really want to just throw this thing at him.
Oh no.
Let's see.
I'll step in and say, well, and then I use my ability Mage Hand, so I can pretty safely just drop this in here in the corner where it can't hurt any of us, and most certainly hurt you.
Okay. And you can make an intimidation check as well.
Poor kobold.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
16. All right. Okay. So with this, so the you grab this bronze grenade essentially, and it just starts hovering through the bars over towards the kobold. And the kobold says,
Please, don't hurt me. You've already made enough of us blow up.
Just tell us what we need to know, and everything will be fine.
Listen to the tall, scary man.
He's tall and scary, but he's not as scary as the master. But I can't tell you I swear I can't tell you anything, or the master will have my head.
We'll also have your head. We tried the nice way.
Kara holds up that note and says, "Is this your master's handwriting?"
He says,
Yes. The master sent that.
Cool. Who is your master?
okay. So the kobold just sort of licks its lips and snout and says,
Get me out of here. And I know you can do it now. Get me out of here, and I'll bring you to him.
Do you think we can trust him?
I mean, we can just kill him if he goes after us. It's pretty easy to kill.
That's a good point.
Before
I hope it doesn't come to that, but...
You know, I'd like to be in the good graces of this town when we return. We might want to run this by the the chain of command.
You already know they're gonna say no.
Can I try something first?
Find something.
All right. So, under my cloak, I'd like to cast Minor Illusion, and I want to create a decent size sack. Looking of like that looks like it's full of money, jewels. Just a good money sack with jewels on it. So I'm like. So, Mr. Colbo, what was your name again?
Me? I'm Kez.
Hi, Kez. So, forget about these schmucks. How much does your master pay you, or anything like that?
The master doesn't need to pay us in coin.
Okay, but what if I paid you in coin, and then we got you out of here? Eventually, but you get the coin now.
Well, will you also give me the opportunity to fuck with the gnomes?
Yes, but first you have to. Okay, here's the order of things. I give you all the. You tell us where we need to go. I give you this sack filled with platinum, gold, and rubies. See, and I I shake it. And then we'll go get your master. We'll come get you out. And then I'll even help you. I'll help you mess with all the gnomes. I'm very good at messing with people.
Okay, make a deception check.
14?
A 14. Well, let's see. Yeah, that'll do it. That was a 5. So the kobold looks when you start mentioning like gems and kobolds are traditionally you would know they live underground in mountains. They They do sort of their own mining of underground areas, and so when you start talking about jams and things like that, starts to get excited and says, "Oh, the our mines in the hills have all dried up. Yes. Gems. What kind of gems did you say?
I got some rubies in here. I think there might be a few sapphires.
Huh, okay. And I just have to tell you how to find the master?
Yeah, easy peasy, my friend.
Okay, well, it's your head.
And he tells you of a cave at the top of the waterfall above town, out into the mountains. And he tells you that you'll need to climb into the mountains to reach it.
Thank you, my friend. Did someone write that down? I turned to the group and asked if we got that. Yeah, got that pinpointed on the map, everyone.
Daughter asks, "Is there a name for this mountain?"
But is there a name? So these are the.
Yeah. So he's looking at you a little funny now, and he says,
You new in town? These are the silver cows.
The silver cows?
He's opening up a little bit now that he has like he's sort of he's sort of told you what he can what he was sort of keeping private, and has a promise of some rubies that he's looking forward to digging into.
So the place is called Silver Cows?
No, so the Silver Kells are these mountains right outside town.
Okay.
Right, so cave in the mountain right outside town on top of a waterfall. Is that correct, Kez?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you so much, Kez. Anything else that would help us get there? Any additional info?
He thinks for a second and he looks back and he shakes his feet at you. And you see that they're covered in this sort of like thick red mud that you didn't notice before. And he says, "Well, when you find the ground that looks like this, you'll know you're in the right place."
Cool. Well, thank you, friend. You've been very helpful. Remember, well, now we're gonna go there. We'll do our job. We'll come back. I'll set you free personally, and then we can just run amok. It will be fun.
Well, I still think the master will have your head, but I look forward to running amok, and I look forward to those rubies you promised me. I won't forget.
I know, right? I'm gonna give them to you right before we leave. Don't worry. I don't want the guards to see me.
I understand.
Father jumps in and asks, "How many more of these bronze devices does your master have?"
Ha! He's got a lot.
20? 100?
I don't know.
Do you know anything about the Goliath that was here? Why they were here and why they were bailed out?
He says,
I'm not sure. The master said to go and bust him out, and so he busted him out.
I see. You're just following orders.
Okay. Daughter says, "Well, it sounds like we gotta head over there now."
Sounds like a plan.
I look at Nami in approval of her tactics. You know by the look of my face that's like, well done.
And then daughter looks at Kara and asks, "Are you coming with us?"
I think that's the idea.
Your curiosity.
If you'll have me.
Of course. Why not?
Perfect.
Everyone's a friend out here.
Oh no. No stranger danger.
Her stranger danger radar is very bad.
Yeah.
Hey, woman who just flashed a grenade around. Come with us.
Join the fun.
We could use you in your tactics.
Right. And so, is there anything else you folks would like to do before you leave the prison?
No.
No.
Okay. And Nami, were you going to be like leaving this sack with the kobold before you leave, or was it you were saying before you leave town?
Before we leave the prison, I will give this sack. I will place it inside of the bars.
Like as you folks are running out the door.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the last thing you hear, as you all are heading down the stairs, is this shriek and then this fuck you. The master will have your heads. As the kobold starts just shrieking at you as there are no jewels in this
And I'm crying, laughing as we leave.
Okay. All right. And so, based off what you know now, it seems that there's something in this cave up above town. You have some information about if you were to travel into the mountains, how you would find it. Is there anything you want to do before heading that way? Anything you want to do in town?
Is there any like armory or anything like that in town?
You could make a history check.
Oh, I got a 14.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So you think about this, and you ask about this, and actually talking with Kara is able to, who's spent just a little bit more time in town than you folks have, is able to inform you that there is an armory known as the Arma Vault. It is in part because the town of Hupperduke is making a large number of weapons and devices as part of the war effort against the dynasty. So yes, the Dwendalian Empire, their army maintains an armory here in town called the Arma Vault, where they are storing what they are creating.
Will we know that this armory also has like items, like potions that we could purchase there?
This is not somewhere where you could go and purchase things.
I see.
It's like a government stockpile?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Would there be shops along the way that we can go to purchase items?
Yes, certainly. In fact, so you're looking for potions?
Yeah.
Okay. So you ask around town for this, and you are directed towards the Lay of the Land herbalist shop. Which you head towards, and so it is. Second, let me pull this up. Heading through the streets of the Ironlot streets, you find this sort of wedge-shaped hutch with sort of smoke-stained thatch above the shop. The walls of the shop are this sort of dark, warped wood. There's a faded sign that says "Lay of the Land" dangling above the door. And already, so the door is open to let the air in and to let some smoke out. You can as you approach, you can strongly smell the smell of sort of burning incense coming out from the door of the shop.
Okay.
And as you enter, you're greeted by even more smells, fungi, dried weeds, and there's a woman who turns to towards you. She's been sitting at a corner table, and she has long dark hair. She turns to look at you, and her mouth is smiling, but like full of food. And she's just a minute. Smiles, comes and says, welcome. Oh, come in. Oh, you'll catch cold. I haven't seen you before. No, and she looks at you, daughter, and says, oh, I think I've met all of your kind before. Oh, what's your name?
Oh, hello. My name is Daughter. What's your name?
She says, oh, I'm Zendasa. Oh, dear me, your throat sounds a little scratchy. Here, have some tea. And she sort of brings you and shoves you, like, even though you're much taller than her, she sort of shoves you into this wicker chair that has like a purple blanket across the back of it. And she brings out this little like wooden tea set. And says, "Oh, I've got a nice pot of throat coat. It's full of echinacea. Smooth your vocal cords right out. Now tell me, do you take honey in your tea?"
Daughter just looks at her kind of puzzled and asks, "How did you know I would want tea?"
Oh, everyone wants tea. How often do you gargle with salt water?
I haven't done it on this trip yet, but I am due for a gargle.
Okay, yes, it is very good for the oral hygiene. And do you have a good what's your neti routine?
Oh, for my nose?
Yes.
I haven't had to do it this season. Everything's been cleared out quite well. Surely
you have a pot though.
Not in my travel.
Oh, hold on. Just a moment. And she goes a bit behind the counter and brings out fresh, a clean neti pot and hands it off to you and says, "Oh, good. I'll be much more comfortable if I know that you're taking care of your nasal passages. Again, your voice it does sound quite scratchy. Again, I'm Zendasa. Is there anything else I can do for you?" And she's basically ignoring everybody else, and she's just talking to Daughter.
Daughter's just a bit confused, but she's like, no, we're just here. We were actually on our way looking for the armory.
Oh, the Armor Vault. Oh, are they doing tours now?
No tours. We were just looking to see if we could buy something.
Oh, I don't think they sell anything there. I'm sure if you have things to contribute, they would be happy to take them for the war effort. I myself have, maybe not many weapons, but if you need any herbalism kits or incense or things of that nature, I would be happy to help.
Oh, okay. Actually, yes. Let me look at your herbalism kits.
Okay, she brings out a variety of kits. A lot of them have like small scissors, little vials, small sort of portable mortar and pestles that you could use. Basically everything you would need in order to collect and herbs and to grind them up and to create small potions.
Okay. I already have an herbalism kit, though.
Do you purchase any? Well, Siren looks on and looks at the array of different things, even though he's being largely ignored here. Looks at the kind of potions that might help with counterbalancing some of the blood magic he'll need to sacrifice to use some of his other abilities. I look at the inventory and see and ask two questions. One, do you have anything that lessens the impact of weaponry or health potions or anything of that nature?
Certainly. Well, we do have a few potions of healing. We have some antitoxins. We also have a chamomile.
Okay. Well, does chamomile have properties I'm not aware of in terms?
Oh, yes, it's a very delightful aroma. Again, very good for the throat. Yes, we also have the echinacea.
Awesome. But does any of this stuff heal?
Well, the potions of healing certainly do.
Okay, let's take a look at that. How how much are we talking in terms of volume to price?
Well, we have I have a few so small, just standard potions of healing. They'll run you around 50 gold each.
A little pricey here. I'm wondering if there's something that you can do about the price of that. We're on some official business here with the town here, and you know our friend Bran Grochswaddle is sending us on a pretty dangerous mission.
Well, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay. I got a 7.
Oh no.
A 7. She says, "Oh well. I'm sorry. That's just standard price. Everyone's helping out with the war effort. Sorry."
I'm standing out of view of her, but I'm like mouthing, like, "Do you want me to steal something? You want me to steal it?" Like I'm like miming steal it.
Sounds like
Get like 3.
Daughter asked if there's a special for firebolgs.
For furbolgs?
Yeah, furbolgs.
So she says, normally I'm the one purchasing from the furbolgs, but make a persuasion check.
Oh, I got a 21, natural 20.
Okay.
Wow.
So she'll say, I'll tell you what. If you I seem to be running low on curly cup. If you would acquire some if you promise to bring some back for me on this very important journey you're going on. If you would promise that for me, then I could probably drop the price to 25 gold.
Okay, absolutely. We'll bring you back some curly
cup.
Curly cups.
Curly
Which make a nature check.
People are very trusting in this town.
Really?
Oh, my nature check was just a 5.
Okay. I mean, you've heard of it before.
That's about it.
But I'm drawing.
Yeah, you know it's a plant. You know it's a plant. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So would somebody like to purchase one or more potions of healing from her for 25 gold?
I will take 2.
Okay. All right. So she
You
has
have
3.
that much gold?
You have 100 gold?
I have 65, but she said it's 25 each.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was after we brought it back. Okay, never mind.
Oh, it's after we bring it back, or is it before we bring it back?
No. So if you do promise to bring her back some curly cup, then yeah, she'll sell it to you for 25 each. Sure. So you can subtract 50 gold and add 2 potions of healing.
Awesome. And in
Whispers to Nami, "Watch this," and tries to steal a potion.
Okay.
Stealer.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh no.
I hope this is good. I'm just like swinging here.
yeah, you are.
I got a 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And on her perception, she got a 7. So
Ooh.
yes. So and then you steal from this nice herbalist Sendasa,
Oh no.
who supplied you with some nice throat coat tea, gave daughter a free neti pot, and you're just gonna go ahead and steal her last potion of healing.
Oh,
Watch this, though. Tara says to Nami again, "Let's see if she sees this." And then I go to put it back.
Okay.
Yes, a 23.
Oh my god.
No. She's completely oblivious to everything that you're doing behind her back.
I'm just staring. We're like, I'm just staring and thinking, like, what is wrong with her?
I'm looking at both of them from like towards the entrance. I'm just
How does Adrax, how does the paladin feel about this?
I don't feel good about that.
Okay.
Because you know, you put it back, but still, the person I'm just like, this is gonna be a very chaotic journey.
And I'm assuming Siren doesn't really notice this since he's in the middle of making a transaction, so he's completely oblivious to all this going on.
I'd like to ask if she sells any poison.
She says poison. Well, no, I have antitoxin. Assuming
that seems to be the opposite of what I'm asking.
Exactly. I have exactly the opposite of that.
Well, that's a shame.
Could still be useful.
Yeah, not for my purposes. It's not.
Is there anything else that you folks would like from this herbalist before heading out?
I'll ask about the chamomile, since you know Siren is a fan of the coffees. He may want to dabble a little bit in the teas. Tell me, how much is it for this chamomile tea?
Oh, certainly. Well, it is if 1 silver for a small pouch, it makes about 3 pots.
That sounds reasonable. I take out a silver coin and thank her. I also say, you know, I noticed how excited you were to tell me about this chamomile, so I'm also excited to try this out. While you're at
it's delicious. And she gives you this small like linen bag that has the like the chamomile like buds inside of it. It has this nice like little like silver silver colored ribbon at the top that's like drawstring closed.
Yeah. For your troubles, I'd like to leave you with a little sampling of some coffee from back at home. And so I give her just a small sampling of beans.
Some pocket coffee?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I look forward to maybe trying some of this with you when you come back with that curly cup.
Yes. Remind me again. What does curly cup look like?
Oh, well, it's there's plenty of it up in the mountains. You should be able to find it. Easy to spot by small yellow flowers. And dark green leaves.
All right, I think that should give us some good insight on what to look for. And so, with my stuff that I just got from her, I'm going to head outside of the store. Thank you once again.
Daughter heads out and says goodbye. It was great meeting you.
I'll see you soon. Good luck on your journey.
All right. I'm guessing everybody's bought everything they need.
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't have anything good for me.
All right. And so are you folks going to leave town and head up into the mountains?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The mountains.
All right. And as you are doing that, so you leave town, heading up into the mountains outside of town, leaving the smoky atmosphere of the city for the cleaner mountain air as you begin your hike up through the treacherous paths through the Silverkell Ridge, the steep getting more and more precarious as you're climbing up through the switchbacks. And I'm going to ask Daughter and anybody else trained in survival or nature to make a survival or nature check.
Okay. Daughter got a 13 for survival.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is anybody else rolling?
Rolling. Let's see. 11.
Okay. So Daughter, well, Adrax not as much, but daughter, you are able to find some of these yellow flowers on the bushes on the trail upwards, and are able to find enough curly cup that you think you'll be able to fulfill your end of the bargain when you head back towards town. Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break, or 5-10-minute break, as you folks are hiking up, with daughter going and like picking flowers off of the bushes as you're going up into the mountains above town.
Perfect.
All right. Perfect.
Nice.
Awesome.
I might grab some water for you. Some extra water, I should say.
I was gonna get up too.
Okay. Good. And so, yeah, everyone in chat, we're going to be taking a quick 5-minute break. This will probably be edited out for the YouTube video, but so far, okay. TBG with the sub. Thank you so much. Once again, all subs are going to St. Jude this month. So if you're considering subscribing, just donate to St. Jude instead, because the money's going to go directly to that.
Yay, good causes.
Yay.
And once again, y'all go follow these wonderful human beings on the social medias and the Twitches and all that good stuff. Pro Quesadilla, obviously there. Y'all know him. Y'all already seen him so many times. Pro Quesadilla. And then I'll drop the Twitters. I'll drop the Twitters for everyone else as well. Yas. And
Right, I'm gonna go get some more tea.
yes, do it.
Iced tea, not chamomile or
Chamomile
throat
tea.
coat.
Throat coat.
Throat coat.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, it's 5. 5. Hanging out with my cat. Now my cat's going on down there. Yeah. Let's see. We got Zack, Z Newworth on Twitter as well. And then we've got Dana on Twitter. And then last but not least, Empress Oni on Twitter. So y'all know what it is. Actually, what I'm going to do for this, so it'll be a little bit easier for you all to figure out what's going on here. So you'll be able to see her a little bit clearer. Huh? It's the other one that I'm using for the Discord call. So I'm going to have both of them active as opposed to just... What I was doing before was having one camera and then just doing it that way. But I think this is going to be a little easier. And I'm going to also use the restroom real quick.
Tom, while daughter was looking for curly cups, could Kara have been looking for like flat stones?
Looking for
Stuff
what?
like that. Flat stones.
Sure.
Basically, I'm trying to get supplies for magical tinkering.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. I think you would have no trouble finding small flat stones this year.
Awesome.
Yep.
What y'all snacking on? I know you're drinking some tea, Tom.
I'm just having some iced tea.
Nice.
I have Cheez-Its.
Hey, let's go.
I have Tic Tacs. The most satisfying snack in the world.
I don't think it's supposed to be a snack.
Gotta love those 2 calories.
Should I get a beer too? You hot? I'm gonna go grab a beer.
It's time for beer.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Howdy. What do you have? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking some Hawaiian beer. I forget the name of
Hawaiian.
it. It's called like Kona.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the
Nice.
longboard ale.
Uh-huh.
Hmm? I do. So Will was like, he thought I didn't like the longboard one. I like the longboard one. I just prefer the IPA one. A lot.
Oh, what's their IPA?
I don't know. But it comes in a red can. It's pretty good.
The longboard, is that their pale ale?
Hey, whoever made me want.
It's their golden ale.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Our cat is just chilling in the window.
All right, everybody ready to jump back in?
Oh yeah.
Ready.
Yes.
Okay, so, so first off, can I get a marching order as you are heading up these switchbacks?
I will be right behind Adrax, who I assume will be at the front, but I don't want to make assumptions.
Yeah, I'll be out the front.
Okay.
All right. Our daughter will be after Saren.
Okay.
I'll be. Oops, now there's two of them. Pretty much just square in the middle of all these giants.
Kara's just wherever. I guess like if it's like last and back, maybe last and back.
Wait,
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so you follow the I'd like everybody to make a survival check.
Ooh.
Okay. Survival.
Good thing I get
Has
advantage
a
on these.
-1 to survival, so she's definitely like a indoor kid.
The daughter got a 23.
Damn.
Siron
got
got
6.
And Siren got what?
Siron got a 16.
16. Okay. With daughter, especially with daughter's help, you are able to find your way to this cave at the top of this waterfall above town, and you're able to do so. One, by as you get closer, you start to hear the sound of this rushing water, and you can sort of follow that around the edge of these mountains. The second thing is especially with based off of daughter's nature skills, you're able to find exactly where this rich red mud is leading through certain parts of the through certain parts of the mountain, and specifically, daughter, what you see is you are able to see through in some of these muddy regions tracks in the mud from this large creature who you seem to be the Goliath, leading up through these muddy trails. As you curve around, you find your way up until you see this waterfall, and now the sound of the rushing water is deafening. And you looking down, you can see the town directly below you, with the waterfall spilling down into this sort of small lake that far below, that is surrounded by a ring of very nice looking houses in sort of the more upper class neighborhood of Hubbarduk. And so now you are several hundred feet above that, looking down on the town, directly next to the waterfall, where there's this small path that leads back behind the waterfall. So behind the rushing spray of this water is a mostly dry cavern. You see these small pools of water on the path that leads behind the waterfall, but otherwise it's surprisingly dry. It is loud. It's incredibly loud as this roar of water is cresting, just like 5-10 feet to the side of you, rushing down this side of the mountain. what you can see is directly in front of you. There's this path that's sort of leading behind the waterfall, and up to your right, the path seems to go back into some area behind the waterfall, and you can see the light shining from some source, shining out, sort of glinting off of this wall of water.
I guess.
And Adrax, you are up in front.
Right.
So you're the one who is seeing this and trying to relay this back to the people behind you. But again, it's very loud.
Okay. I think we're coming up to the cave, and I don't know if you all can hear me, but I guess I'm saying this to Syrian. I guess he can pass it on to to the group behind, and hopefully it doesn't get lost in translation.
Shouting this at him, or
yeah, kind of shouting it at him. Hopefully he can hear.
Okay.
I look back behind me. We're coming across the cave.
Huh?
Cave. We're at the cave.
I think he said it wasn't safe.
Yeah, something. Maeve?
Okay. I don't
Wait,
know.
context clues. Cave. Cave.
Cave. I think we should still be safe.
Cave.
I'm
Okay,
just looking
shut
at
up.
all of them. I'm looking at all of them just yell at each other. I'm just like, oh god. I just walk closer and closer to the cave.
Okay, so
I walk too.
Adrax, looking around, so who is out in front, you can see as you start to come around the corner here, you get a view back into the sort of left side of the cave, where you see there are some workbenches, and you see a gnome with bright blue hair working at one of the workbenches. Make a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Oh, gee. Roll it. That is a 16.
Okay, so what you can tell is that this you can see that this gnome, she appears to be chained to one of these benches, and she's working on something at the bench. You can also see that the light that is shining in this area is coming from the other side of the cavern that you're not able to see yet, but you can see the light from it shining over, sort of casting the gnome's shadow against the wall behind her.
Okay. I guess I go back to Siren and I tell him that so I can see inside the cave, and I see a gnome that's chained up inside. Seems like she's a prisoner. But I can't see the right side of the cave, so I can't really tell if there's any enemies inside.
And just to be clear, it's still pretty noisy where we are, correct?
It's very noisy.
Very
yep.
noisy. Try not to shout.
How much of that message do I
The
hear?
gnome didn't appear to have noticed you. So,
Okay.
Despite you folks shouting, because the water is so loud, and because some people rolled a -1 on perception checks, the gnome doesn't appear to have heard your shouting.
Okay, awesome.
All right, and I'm assuming that we are able to decipher enough of what we were saying to understand. Yeah. All right. Maybe we should have someone sneakier scout ahead.
I guess maybe we can let Nami do it.
Hey,
What?
Nami.
What?
There's a situation at hand. There's a chained up gnome in front of us, but we don't know what's to the right of us, and we need someone who's talented in the art of stealth to investigate.
All right, so we're just gonna need you to look on the right side of the cave. I can see to the left, but we need to see more information on the right.
1 second.
We're gonna have Nami look for stuff on the right side of the cave.
Could
Okay,
Kara
stay safe.
somehow spot Nami as she like sneaks in?
Yeah, we need some kind of signal to alert if things go awry.
So how are you proposing to help her?
I'll say Kara will want to stand by at the cave entrance with and maybe Magical tinkers a very loud thunk that, worst case scenario, she might just throw into the cave to get cause some sort of distraction if need be.
So the rest of you watch as Kara pulls out some tools and starts using some of these small mechanical components to attach these small mechanical bits to this rock. And there's some sort of coils of wire that appear to that they could would slowly release and have some effect when this other sort of pad on the rock is triggered in some way. And so Kara, you're gonna sort of sneak up just to the edge here, and Nami, you're gonna try to sort of poke around. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'd like to try to go and hide behind this rock over here, like stealth to this rock and try to hide behind it.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check. And I will reveal what you see as you are going up there.
13.
A 13.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a 4.
Ooh. Sheesh.
Okay.
Okay. So you start stealthing over, and what you see is so there is a tent next to which there is a table with some lanterns where this large Goliath that you had seen before is playing some type of card game with a small group of kobolds. You also see in the very back of the room there is a large steel door that has been set into the back of this cave. And as you are stealthing up, one of the kobolds looks up momentarily and says,
What? Nemo, what are you doing over there?
and the gnome looks back and looks over. She can see you directly, and she's staring at you. She's not saying anything. She's just sort of frozen. And she just says,
I'm just working. Just working.
And one of the kobolds is getting up and starting to stand up from the table.
Kara wants to throw that stone as far away from the cave entrance as possible.
Okay.
Like very west on this map.
All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh, your dexterity's high.
7.
I got 7.
And so you lob this rock in, and it is going to just sort of like very visibly soar through the air into the middle of the room and land on the floor. And then there's this massive thunk sound. And at this point, all of the kobolds are going and Scan are going to look over, and the kobolds don't see anything, but Scan, who stands up and is like 8 feet tall, does see Nami behind this trying to cower behind this small rock, and just says, "We've got company," and I'd like you all to roll for initiative.
Whoops.
Shit. Siren has a 3.
Oh no!
I rolled a 3 as well, but the 6 total.
This is gonna go great, guys.
5. Oh no!
Daughter got a 10.
Okay, Nami.
I also got a 6. So I need to roll off with Dana.
Is the 10 the higher?
Which one of you has a higher dexterity?
I have a 16.
17 for dexterity.
Ooh.
All right, and
Okay,
Adrax.
Flex.
My dexterity is 8.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna kick things off with Daughter, who is all the way in the back, doesn't see any of this really going on, just hears this loud thunk, and then you hear very, very faintly over the rush of the water, this Goliath voice shouting something you can't really tell what was said through the air. What are you doing?
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm all the way back here too. I am going to try to get around Siren and Drax, and to get where, like, next to Kara. Am I able to go that far?
Yep.
Okay. So I get around the corner and I see the Goliath again.
Yep.
And this time, I plan on using my guiding bolt.
Okay.
I got a 22.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Nice roll.
this bolt of starlight goes soaring through the air from the cave entrance in and impacts the Goliath, and this small mote of light starts just orbiting Scan and tracing patterns around her body. And geez, okay.
So that does 17 radiant damage.
Wow.
Okay. So, all right. And Scan is going to... And she rolled well. It was 17.
Okay.
No, you said you said that was 17 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So this burst of radiant damage starts to sear into the stone-like skin of the Goliath, just tracing these sort of like starlight, like constellation patterns out through the Goliath's skin. But the Goliath flexes and shrugs, and you see some of them, not entirely, but you see some of these patterns start to fade away and skin back. And she just says, "Why can't you just leave us alone?" You also notice as you do this, the gnome sort of scurrying under the bench, trying to hide. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna use my bonus action of Archer as well.
Okay, go ahead. So are you entering your starry form?
I am entering my
starry
form.
And,
I got a 12 though.
And that's do it at advantage because of the guiding bolt. So the guiding bolt, it gives advantage on the next attack against them.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay, so that was a 23 to hit.
Why is your cover so low?
Okay, yeah, so that'll hit. Yep.
Okay. And so it ends up doing 5 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. And again, this burst of starlight exploding over this Goliath's form, and you see the mote of energy that was circling and orbiting Zem sort of fade from view, but this just sort of bright, burning sort of astral fire searing into skin. That is going to bring us to these kobolds who are going to pop out here from behind the table. One of them is going to climb up on the table. The rest of them are going to scurry out like this. And one of them is going to take a shot with this crossbow that it is going to pull out against Daughter. Two of them will do that. Two others will fire at Nami, who they can now see behind this honestly pretty small rock. So that is going to be so against Daughter, that's going to be a 13 and a 17.
Okay, the 17 will hit, the 13 won't.
Okay, so you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage as this crossbow bolt from the hand crossbow is going to fire through the air and hit into your shoulder. The other one is going to soar over your shoulder and out into the waterfall behind you.
Oh no.
Nami, that is going to be a 9 and a 21.
Just the 21.
Yeah, and you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage from this hand crossbow firing towards you.
That's probably not good.
So that's from the one that got the farthest out. And as this kobold runs out towards you to get a clear shot at you, the gnome who's under the bench is going to scramble out a little with holding these a bunch of these small bronze spheres in her hand. There's a small pile of them, and she's going to grab one or two of them, and is going to shout, "You wanted these made? Well, here, you can have them." And she's going to throw one of them at the kobold. And so that is going to hit the. Yeah, so it's going to hit the kobold, who needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Which he's going to fail, and is going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as this small device detonates, and the kobold is going to fall to the ground dead, and you start to hear the whine of what you now recognize as this explosive device that is also somehow embedded in some of these kobolds, and so that is this one over here. All right, Nami. So you've just been hit by this hand crossbow bolt from this kobold, who you then see explode, or you see this explosion or a rocket, and it falls to the ground, and you start to hear this whine coming out of it. What are you doing?
I'd like to take the opportunity of maybe the distraction of the explosion to try to maybe like hide underneath this table right here.
Okay. So now you are sort of hiding under one of these tables. This other little gnome is sort of hiding under this other table. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to use your bonus action to take the hide action?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So what do I just roll?
Make a stealth check.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, I mean, yeah, they all like all these kobolds watch as you just like
watched you
scurry around over and go under. You're just like sitting under this table, like directly in eyesight. Now. Yeah, you're directly in their line of view. And then what are you doing with your action?
Well, I'm clearly off my game. Well, then for my action, I'm just gonna shoot the kobold on the table with my short bow.
Okay.
14.
14 will hit.
Yay! All right. And that kobold's gonna take 7 points of piercing damage.
All right, so you fire you fire at it, and you hit it, and the force carries the kobold off and back off the table, falls behind the table, and you don't see it moving anymore. You don't see it get back up. So presumably you were able to take it out with a single shot. There are two more, and there is still Scan. Scan is going to see this and is going to charge towards you.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Is going to be able to charge all the way up towards you, and is going to pull out this longsword that you previously saw wielding, and it's just going to be trying to hack down at you under the table. Luckily, I'm going to say you do have some cover because you are under the table, so it's going to be a little bit harder for it to hit you. And that is going to be a 13, which misses even not including the cover, right? So. Yep. So it's trying to hack down at you, but you're sort of ducking under the table, and it's not able to quite get to you. And the attention is focused fully on you. Kara, you can see this happening. What are you doing?
So Kara has this like tool belt slinged sort of bandolier style. And she pops a pouch and she takes out a musket.
Okay.
And she points it right at the Goliath.
Much longer than it seems to. You should be able to fit inside of this bag.
Of course.
It just keeps coming and coming and coming, and pull out this long musket and take a shot.
Cool. I hope this isn't a whiff. All right. It's a 15 to hit.
And so that will you see your shot hits the Goliath and hits him, but ricochets off of this breastplate that the Goliath is wearing, and it momentarily turns away from the table and looks and sees you and daughter standing right there.
Super cool.
Anything with your bonus action?
Kara is gonna straight up go this way.
Sorry. Oh, just running away, back behind everybody else. So, Adrax and Siren, you see Kara pull this really long musket out of this really small bag, fire, just look, startled, and then just runs past both of you. So, Adrax, what are you doing? And then Siren, you're up next.
I guess I will move up. Well, I'll ask Kara first, like, what happened? What's going on? What'd you guys find?
There's at least 3 hostiles still standing. And Nami's in a bit of a pickle.
Oh, God. A bit of? What does that mean?
1 pickle at least.
Oh, goodness.
1 dill pickle.
Oh,
You do,
God.
thinking back, you do remember being in the herbalist shop and seeing several small jars of pickles that you just didn't ask about.
Now I'm hungry for pickles. Well, I guess we got a fight in our hands. So I gather my axe and my shield, and I move up towards the entrance. So, but let's see. I guess I'll
you
move
can sort of
in.
get just right around this curve.
Yeah, it's just like here, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so I just get in front of just ready my everything and get ready for a fight.
Okay, are you holding your action?
I'm holding my action. Yes.
And so what is the condition under which you would want to take an action? What's the action you want to take?
So I mean, I'm more so like assessing the situation and like making sure that what's actually going on. I didn't see what's going on the right side, so Adrax is just like holding on to his shield and just be like, okay, what's gonna hit me first before I?
Okay, so you're not like saving your action to trigger. You're just not gonna do anything.
Not trying to trigger anything. Just not doing anything. Just trying to assess the situation.
So just for context, you're not readying
No, not readying anything.
No, he's just watching. Go ahead and make a perception check. You can use your action to make a perception check.
Okay, perception. Let's see. That will be a 13.
13. Okay. So you use your turn to just like look around. You do see, yeah. So there are these two kobolds are down, and you can hear these two distinct whines starting to emit from their bodies. And the other thing that again catches your eye is this large steel door with like one of these like large wheels built into it that's set into the back, which you wouldn't expect to find like a steel door in like a cave in a mountain, right? So that's really like that's capturing a lot of your attention, and you just take your time to think. And Siren, it's your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go right here. And I think the range of my ability is 20 feet for, let's see.
For which ability?
For my binding.
The blood curse of
feet.
binding. Yes, 30 feet. Yep.
Okay. So I want to inflict my binding on our Goliath friend here. They're going to need to make a dex saving throw of 12.
Yeah, they make it.
Ah, shit. All right.
You reach out and so what does it look like when you use this blood curse?
So I run out and let me just make sure this is a bonus action. It is a bonus action. Okay, so this is my bonus action. So I'm using that to initiate combat, and I run out in front of Adrax, and I say, I don't say anything actually. I just run out and just attempt. I throw my hand out with the blood circling around kind of the forearm, shooting straight out towards the Goliath, and attempting to bind the Goliath in place to ensure that it can't move from where it is or do any opportunity attacks. Obviously, I fail, but I try to do this daring, like, heroic action that...
So you're surging out with this just, like, stream of blood, and the Goliath, surprisingly nimbly, as it's swinging with its longsword, trying to hit Nami, and it is just it is able to just hop just back out of the way, and its sword is sort of slashing through this stream of blood that's heading towards it, and you lose the focus of it.
Roger.
Action
will be using my crossbow.
Okay.
And attacking, let's say this kobold to the right, the furthest to the right up here. And let's see what we get for our dama, or if we hit at all. Okay, we got a 13.
That I believe will hit.
All right, perfect. And then we'll do 1d6. Oh, we just got ourselves 6 damage.
All right, so you fire with your crossbow, and it hits the small dragon-like creature who just yips in pain and starts just raggedly breathing and trying to hold up their own hand crossbow, and they're not looking great. That brings us back to the top. Daughter.
Okay. Daughter is going to shoot guiding bolts again at the Goliath.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah.
Oh no!
I got a 10.
Oof.
Oh no!
Yeah, so you're firing. Syrian is right between you and the Goliath, and and so you're having some trouble tracking exactly where it is, and the bolt of starlight goes surging over the Goliath's shoulder and you see it impact with this radiant burst into the wall behind it.
Okay, and then am I still able to do a bonus action?
Yep, bonus action. Yep.
Okay, so bonus action, I'm gonna.
Oh, you gotta be a little closer.
I know. I can't move. Yeah, no. Am I able to?
Did you already use all your movement?
I haven't moved. I didn't move
when
I shot her. Okay, and I can move up to what, 30 feet? Yeah. Okay. So I go. I go here. Actually, I go here, and I use Magic Stone.
Okay.
On the character in front of me. Ooh.
So if I'm going to be nice and just say, assuming you don't want to attack with disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, you don't want to be directly next to them. So if you just go like 5 feet less, then
if you've got range on that move, you should be.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be adjacent to them. So
the only range I have is touch, so I still have to be within.
No. It's the magic stone is to touch the pebbles.
Touches yourself.
So in fact, with the so that is you're touching the pebbles, and you can't actually. You can then use an action to throw them, but you're just picking up some pebbles, and you're not attacking with them yet. You're just picking them up and imbuing them. But if you would like to sort of run in so that like next turn you'd be able to fire them off, then that's fine.
Okay.
Sound good?
Maybe go behind us. That way you're not directly.
Okay. Knowing that now, I'm gonna stay here.
It's touching the pebbles. Yep.
Yeah. I already did the roll. It was a natural 20, so a critical hit.
You already used your action though for the guiding bolt. So you're using your bonus action, just touch the 3 pebbles, imbuing them with magic, and then next turn you can use your action to throw them.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep. Okay, and with it, the gnome is going to crawl out over here, which is about as far as she can get because she's still chained to this table, and she's going to take another one of these small. Brass, sort of like acorn-looking things, and throw it at one of the remaining 2 kobolds. They both need to make a dexterity save. They both are going to fail. Okay. So what's going to happen is the first one is going to. So this small explosion goes off. The first one is going to. Get rocked by the explosion. The second one, who is barely hanging on, is going to die from this explosion, and then is going to itself explode, taking out the other one next to it. And so there's this sort of chain reaction of these explosions, and both of the 2 remaining kobolds are going to are gone. One of them's completely gone. The other one is it's just on the ground. Wine starting to build. All right, that brings us to Nami. It's at this point it's just the Goliath. It's the only thing left, but this Goliath is directly next to you, still sort of hacking down at you with its sword.
I'm gonna take out my driftwood dagger, and I am gonna try to stab her right in the foot, just right there. Hey, 23.
Yes, a 23 will hit.
All right, so that's gonna be 6 points. 6 of piercing. I rolled a 6 too there, Max. Sorry. 6 piercing damage.
Okay. And then you want to roll for the lightning damage as well?
for the bonus. And that's going to be...
bonus damage.
3 lightning damage.
Okay. So you stab into this Goliath's foot, and this this crackle of electric energy sparks out over the hard stone-like skin of this creature, skin is going to yelp in pain and start looking around and sees that all of her kobold friends are gone, and is just going to say shit, and is going to start fumbling with something on her hand, and looking up. From your perspective, you can see that she has on this small silver ring that she is starting to fiddle with. Anything else on your turn?
Ooh, I think I'll use my
offhand attack.
I think I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then and then run away? Okay.
Yeah, run away.
Okay.
I'm not doing very well right now.
A wise move.
Yeah.
All right, Kara.
Perfect. Okay. Kara is gonna come back into range. And she's gonna fire her musket right at Mr. Goliath here. Or Miss Goliath.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Ooh. All right. That's 14 damage. And it counts as magical. It's
okay.
Magical bolt.
All right. So you rip into scan with this small slug of metal that you fire from your musket, knocking her back, and she looks around. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
I don't think I got anything I could do other than I'm good.
Okay, so Scan is going to do something with her ring, and this cloud of smoke again is going to go and fill the space, and she disappears from view, and you hear this large mechanical sound of the door. Of the door opening in the far wall, and Scan is presumably has run out and run through this door.
All right.
Adrax.
Okay, so I guess she's went through that door. I guess I can maybe move towards the gnome and see if I...
there is this area in here is obscured by fog, so you can't see exactly where the gnome is. Okay. But you can run towards where you think they are.
Okay, so that's
would we see where the door is on the map?
You had seen it. You should be able to see it. Oh, can you not see it?
I don't think so.
Oh, I see.
I see a little thing of it.
There you go.
There's a few tabs.
There we go.
Which you wouldn't be able to see right now because of the smoke. But that's approximately where it is. But so Adrax, certainly you can use your movement to move up towards where you think the gnome is.
Okay. I guess I can kind of plan based where I thought the Goliath was standing. So I guess around here. So just like when I enter in the fog a little bit and see if I can try to make my way.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. I'm going to just hold my battle axe and just have it at the ready just in case.
Okay. And Siren?
Siren is going to do pretty much the exact same thing, except he's going to run in and obviously at this close range see Adrax here and just go in just a little bit more. He's just going to go in a straight line, but he's not going to go too much. I don't know if there's an obstacle in the way right here next to the gnome or not, but this is just how far.
There's a rock there.
Okay, so he might not see, but what I will do is
if you get up that close within the fog, you can. It's partially obscured, but you can see the gnome.
Oh, I'll say, gnome, come this way. We'll release you.
Oh, okay. All right. She says, I'm chained to the wall.
Huh. Okay. And so assuming that I'll be able to get to... Well, actually, here's what I'll say. Guide me to where it is, and I'll try to pry you out of it.
And at this point, the remaining kobolds explode. Thankfully, none of you are next to them, and we can exit combat order. So what is you're out of combat. Ooh. Go ahead, Dana.
I was gonna try to shoot towards the door.
Try to shoot towards the door?
Yeah, with the musket.
Okay, you can do that. Make an attack at disadvantage. Nine. All right, you shoot towards the.
I wasted.
Oh.
I wasted that.
Yeah,
all right.
But the obscuring fog. You shoot into the ceiling or into the wall next to it. It's not exactly sure where the bullet went, but you don't hear the clang off of metal.
Cool.
So at this point, the gnome is within the fog is Siren, you're able to she's able to guide you back towards where she's chained to the wall, and we'll say that with a couple heavy hits, you're able to sever the chain from the wall and free her.
Got it.
And she says, thank you. Who are you?
Well, considering it looks like you've been a prisoner here, I'd like to imagine you weren't here on your own volition. My name is...
no. My name's Nima. I worked for Sleeves Firemark down in town.
Sleeves Firemark. My name is Siren.
And Kara at this. So you, Sleeves would have told you about Nima, who was a sort of munitions expert at the Firemark facility, who a few weeks ago stopped coming into work and tried to go to her house, but there's just been a sign on the door saying that she was sick and to go away.
Kara runs over and says, Sleeze sent me.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Kara.
Hi, I'm Nima. I'm Nima Sinarid. I came up here looking for Bakwano. And you look around and you see on the floor is just covered in like bat shit. There's just like a really thick layer of bat shit covering like everything on the floor of this cave. And she says, "It's you can extract quite a bit of saltpeter from Bakwano, and I tracked a swarm of bats up to this cave. But it seems like the bats weren't the only thing in this cave, and they've been forcing me to work on to make explosives for them."
That's batshit crazy.
Yes.
Kara full arm swoops those bronze explosive incendiary devices right into her bag.
Yeah, there's two more that she didn't use. So yeah, you scoop up the remaining two of these explosive seeds, and you can add 2 explosive seeds to your inventory.
Awesome. Kara says, "Are you hurt?"
She says, No, I'm okay. I just want to get back to town now.
Do you know how to get back safely?
I should be able to. Wow, you folks did much better than the last one.
Wait, last one what? What are you talking about?
Just a couple hours ago, there was another person came up here trying to get in, but she didn't do as well. They took her inside.
What does she look like?
Oh, she was tall. She was an elf.
Did she have a stupid trench coat?
She did have a pretty stupid trench coat.
Flammy.
I chuckled to myself a little bit, well, here we go.
Here we go again.
Well, what can you tell us about this place? Have you been inside?
And inside, I've just been chained up out here. But there's a man who comes out, who's come out sometimes. He seems to be in charge. The kobolds have referred to him as Master or Master Huron. And actually, I'm gonna. I had her make a history check. So she doesn't know who this guy is, but she describes a man, a human man with sort of long dark hair, who's come out a few times, and she says it sounds like he's really into explosives, and he seems to be amassing some sort of stockpile, and some sort of plans for some large explosion, but he's been having you make a lot of these smaller explosive devices as well as some larger charges, just over the past few weeks.
So daughter steps up closer and asks her if she knows anything about the Goliath, or do you know anything about the Goliath?
Oh well, not so much. The yesterday, a bunch of the kobolds went out in a group early in the day, and then later on, this large Goliath. Her name was Scan. Apparently, came in a Scan.
Scan. Oh, okay.
They called her Scan. And the other kobolds who were here, some of the other ones who didn't go out on the trip, welcomed her in. And she said that there were that the kobolds who had went and found her, all died in an explosion or something. I don't know these. I mean, I'm a munitions expert, but these people seem to have way too many explosions around. I don't think this is a very safe work environment. There are not a lot of precautions taken. I wasn't giving any safety glasses. It's really been a really bad situation.
Do you know why the
Start a union.
Yeah. Do you know why the kobolds keep exploding? Is it something that they're eating, or?
Could Kyra go make an investigation?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check. She says, I'm not sure. A lot of the kobolds have seemed pretty uncomfortable, though. They're always sort of scratching their chests. But I don't know. They haven't talked about anything. Cool. Kara, what'd you get?
Natty 1.
Natural 1. Yeah, there are definitely some piles of viscera around on the floor. You go up and start to like tentatively poke at one of them with your toe, but like you just like you can't. And
yeah, it's just a little much.
It's gross.
Can I go look at the door?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So there's a large 8-foot steel door in the back of the in the back wall. A bunch of so there's a large metal wheel connecting to two long crossbars. And it appears that there is some sort of locking mechanism attached to the wheel.
We still can't see the full door, Tom. Is that on purpose?
You should be able to.
It's only like a third of the door, it looks like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why the fog tool is doing what it's doing, but there is a steel door there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Can I check to see if the locking mechanism has like a key? Is it like kind of like a key slot?
It does have a. Yep, it does. There is a keyhole in the front of it.
Okay, I guess I look back at Kara and see like, hey, do you think you could lockpick this locking mechanism?
Absolutely, and I think our friend Nami here could help.
I could. Could I maybe get some slight healing assistance, please? I'm a little woozy. Just a little, any little bit of help. Real good right now, please.
So daughter hears this and walks over to Nami and gets ready to heal them. Let's see.
All right, and what are you using to heal?
Cure wounds.
Nami?
Cure wounds.
Okay.
And so she
Nice.
gives 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that the I think that's the max, right?
Yeah, that's.
Oh no, it's 1d8 plus 4.
So it's not
Oh,
the max.
wow.
It could
Wow.
be even more. So
Gotcha.
her healing is good.
Yeah, that's pretty close. That's good though. That was a good roll.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Woo, feel back to normal. Okay, let's go. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I stealing?
Ready.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
We need to open this. We need to open this door. Kara says you'll be perfect to help.
All right, which one of you wants to take the lead on opening, unlocking, picking it?
Let's see.
Kara has a +5 to sleight of hand. Is it sleight of hand, Tom?
No, just dexterity.
Okay.
I feel like maybe Nami would take the lead in the sense it's kind of a big mechanical thing. Kara will guide Nami on kind of what to do.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay, so
Okay.
so Nami, you can make a dexterity check at advantage as as Kara is sort of helping guide you through this complex locking mechanism.
Ooh, neither of those are good. 13.
Okay. So there's a plus your dexterity. So there's a dexterity check plus your proficiency is 15. This looks like a very heavy duty. It's actually a quite complicated mechanical lock. In this massive steel sort of vault door built into the back of this cave, and you're trying, and it's not doesn't seem to be opening. You could take some more time if you wanted. I'd say, given enough time, you would be able to. You could try to just take 10 minutes to fiddle with it if you think that's what you would like to do. Or there might be other ways.
Let's see. What does the group think? Should we take a little time to look at it, or should we just blow it up?
No, I think we should inspect the tent.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's some good thief thinking right there. To steal stuff, right?
Yeah. Or just look for the key. Daughter decides to head into the tent and stuff. So she's going to use a perception check.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation? Okay.
Yep. And what's everybody else doing?
I'll help her with her investigation.
Okay. So you can do it at advantage, daughter.
Okay.
Ooh, good thing.
Okay, good thing we got. Okay. 14.
14. So looking around inside the tent, it looks like there are a few sort of piles of sort of musty rags where it appears that some of these kobolds, whoever basically is on watch, or well, I guess the ones who are on watch would not be sleeping. But yeah, it seems like based off of the setup out here, at any given time, there's probably a number of kobolds who have been stationed out here. A few of which have been, sleeping on musty bedrolls in the tent. You don't find a key.
Okay. Nothing inside of here, guys. Just a few musty bedrolls.
Unfortunate.
I'll also investigate some of the globs of blood where.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where
Make an
the bodies
investigation
used
check.
to be. Investigation is right here. I have advantage on that. Good. All right, it's either a 14 or a. Yep, it's a 14.
Okay. You do in one of these piles find an iron key, but it is mangled by the explosion. and at least in its current state, doesn't seem like it would.
Kara says, "Aha! I can help with that."
All right, what are you doing, Kara?
And she runs over and grabs the key, and then runs over to one of the work tables and rifles through her toolkit. And she is casting Mending on the mangled key.
All right, and you pull out your tinkering tools and sort of in a sort of supernatural amount of time, you're able to get this back into like a pristine, like it's polished. It looks like it just came just off of the assembly line. Right out of the locksmith shop. Perfect condition. There's even it's like well oiled. I don't know. Is that a thing with keys? I don't know anything about locks. You're able to take it over, and you want to try to use it to open.
I'm dumbfounded, by the way. I'm just she runs over and takes the key right out of my hands, and I just watch in magic as it just. I'm just like.
It was like mangled. It was like this mess, and suddenly it's like ding. It's like perfect.
Kara slips it into the lock and does a soft kerchunk.
All right, and there is a kerchunk as you all watch, sort of gathered around the door, as this large metal door opens up, revealing this long tunnel into the mountainside, a pool of light about 50 feet down, revealing a space beyond. And we'll end with you all sort of clustered around the door, looking into the mountainside as you decide what to do next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will not be playing next week because I will be on a plane at the time. But we will see it in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
What's behind the door?
What we may do next week is probably maybe a podcast. And we may do like a recap in some way if cases are part of the podcast as well, to just like yo, here's how the last episode went, blah blah blah, yada yada. I'm glad we got Kara in there in such an interesting way too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was super fitting. You did a good job, Tom.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Yes.
We originally had one plan for how Kara was going to join the group, and then we threw that out based off of the progress from last time. And then we had a different plan for how Kara was going to join the group, and then I cut that based off of what the group was choosing to do.
Yeah.
And so we went with plan C, but yeah.
Prison.
It's got to be so hard to plan around that, because like we could at any point decide to just go anywhere as opposed to like
anywhere else.
Right.
What were the other choices? Just so you know, if the chat can know.
Well, I guess I can say this because there's no story implications.
Right.
First thought was Kara replacing Nima here in the cave as the character that was captured.
Okay.
And then option 2, when we scrapped that based off of like you folks, we got to this like at the very end of this episode, right?
Yeah.
And so like I could tell that was probably what was going to happen. It was like Dan was like, no, I don't really want to sit through like the whole, how does that not do anything? And so then we thought, well, maybe like he'll be at the Firemark facility. And then we were going. I was like, I don't think they're going to go there. I don't think they're going to the Firemark facility. And so I just like messaged Jane. I was like, we're going to bring you in now. Yeah.
Yeah. That was clever. That was good.
Yeah.
Being able to just tell stories on the fly like that and improvise is like
it's the name of the game.
Name of the game.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the fact that basically Kara is a Batman character who's able to just pull like magical stuff out of this utility belt.
Yeah.
I'm like, all
huge
right,
musket.
So,
yeah.
So some of my inspiration for her is the Phantom Pain snake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also Catwoman.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I can see
And
that.
a few other things, yeah.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty slick. Everyone, once again, the first episode of Zemnian Knot is on YouTube right now, youtube.com/blackoni. This one will also be on there as well. As the series continues, you'll start seeing character art. So you've already seen, you might see on here, there's some character art for Nami already. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on there so that y'all can. Oops, that is not the right thing to zoom in on. Zoom in. I'm clearly
Love that
doing
picture.
this improperly.
It's very charactery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Full flavor.
Very character.
Where is the zoom in tool on here?
I think if you just use the mouse wheel on the map itself, it should just do it.
I'm dumb. Yeah, it's a character. She looks a little bit. She reminds me a little bit of Ryoko.
I wonder why. Maybe just do it. Wait.
Oh, where'd she go?
Oh, there
That's
she
weird.
is.
Nice. There you go.
And shout out to Hey Amanda Boo for doing the artwork for it. I will be doing some artwork for some of the characters moving forward as well. But
There we
if
go. Now
Amanda,
she's big.
if Amanda wants to do, if she wants to do
Hey,
more,
man,
yes. If she wants to do more, I'm happy to figure out coordinating that as well. But I'm also happy to do some of the artwork too.
Cool.
But yeah, she's amazing.
Good.
Obviously does great work. Go check out her artwork. I'll bring it up on stream real quick so that they can see. Should I go to her Twitter or Instagram or?
You can go to her Twitter. She's also on Twitch, also at Hey Amanda Boo.
And so y'all can see her here. She does all kinds of cool stuff. Go follow her right now. I'm gonna put her in the chat so y'all can see. And this is the progress on that sketch. You can see the behind the scenes. This came out really good.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay, Amanda, I see you. I see you.
And she does a lot of these on her stream too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah.
She
Anakin
streams.
looking juicy.
She streams Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Nice. Very cool.
Awesome. Great stuff.
So, what did y'all? What was the most exciting moment for y'all for this episode? I was aside from the fight, of course. The fights are always fun. Mine was when we went into the shop and the shop came immediately went over to daughter. I was like, oh, okay, well, this is happening.
There ain't nothing. Yes.
we ain't shit.
Yeah. We're
My favorite part that my illusion trick actually worked, because like in our last game, like my rolls just were never good for the illusion. They used never.
Yeah.
So I like that that one worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that certainly worked better than the. That was a long chain of really bad persuasion
We were
rolls.
trying.
With this poor kobold.
Got burned by
Yeah.
coffee. I was like, well, I tried.
That's too funny.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's gonna be 2 weeks until y'all see another episode, unfortunately, but there's gonna be lots of other content in between that time as well. Maybe tell everyone at home what y'all are up to. Maybe to gather some hype around what you're doing. I know Empress Oni here has some really exciting things happening with her business.
Yes. So I have a business with my sister called Wadadley Naturals. We are in the middle of. We're gonna be launching a new natural deodorant soon. I've been working on that for the last few months, so pretty excited about that. We'll be launching in June, so look out.
We
have a giveaway going on right now too on our Instagram. So you sign up, you get a nice Wadadley Naturals bundle with shea butter, sea moss gel, and some of our lip balms. So
Was it Wadadley Naturals Co. or just
Wadadley Naturals? Wadadley.naturals.
Wadadley.naturals. That's what it was.
On Instagram.
There we go. Go follow the Instagram.
Yep, you see the giveaway. So cool.
Get yourself some free stuff, some sea moss gel, some sugar brown shade that I use every day. And what about you, Zach? What you got for us?
Let's see. Next week, I'm going to get a haircut finally.
Okay.
My pandemic hair is going away, everyone. That's exciting.
Yay.
Maybe I'll go to IKEA.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Pretty standard, you know, short sides and back, maybe a middle high fade.
Okay.
Leave the top long, just not this long, and just kind of, you know, part it over, nice and kind of wavy-ish. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll go to IKEA next weekend.
Adult.
And then sometime in the future, I might start doing my YouTube channel again. I don't know. There's still a lot I got to work out for that. Like get a haircut. I got to get a haircut first.
Yes.
And what's the YouTube channel that they can go to?
Ooh.
Can't put him on the spot like that one.
Hey, I'm trying to make sure people get their shine. All right.
I don't even know if it has like a proper URL name. It's just if you just Google Zack Neworth on YouTube, you'll find it.
I got them. Don't worry.
Yeah. And right now it's just a bunch of very old videos.
I'm featured in some of them without hair.
Yeah. There's a great one where we try to throw a ramen packet in a teapot across a room.
I remember that.
It's thrilling stuff.
Thrilling.
There's also drunk drawing that he did, which is probably his most popular stuff. Let's draw first drawing on my new Cintiq.
That's probably my most disliked video.
Wait, what do you mean?
There's two videos that were really disliked. That had dislikes. It was that one because I think I just did a really stupid, dumb drawing. I was joking about it, and I think people really wanted to see an actual review kind of thing. And the other one was I was unboxing some Gunpla, and the video was just I just opened the box and dumped it out, and that was the video.
I remember.
And then in like the kind of like after credits, like in the little box in the corner, then I kind of actually went through the box, but I don't think people stuck around for that, and they didn't like that.
That's I'll show people real quick so they can see it. But as I'm doing that, next person, Quesadilla. What you doing?
Nothing. I mean, nothing too crazy at the moment. Just regular streams and working on some side projects on my end. So I'm getting back into game design. So working on that stuff, and yeah, nothing crazy yet.
Gotcha. Well, either way, what can people expect to see on your Twitch channel, where you also make content aside from the D&D that we're doing here?
On my Twitch channel, I pretty much play action RPGs, JRPGs, MMO shooters, indie games, and more. If you're into that kind of stuff, we've recently been playing like Knockout City, Escape from Tarkov, Apex Legends, and Final Fantasy 14 online. Kind of got back into that, but yeah, just have a good time. So if you guys want to see some games, I'm there every day from 6 to midnight, except on Thursdays because I need a day off. My girlfriend will yell at me. So yeah.
What about you, Dana?
Nothing too much right now.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Tell people about the photography that you do, though. Like, what's been going on with that, and what it's been like.
Well, I think things are starting to get way better because I specialize in corporate PR photography that involves people. A lot of almost exclusively in my work, I photograph people. So the pandemic was pretty rough, still is rough. But I've had a few more opportunities jump up more often. And one of my bigger university clients in Boston, they sort of have me on the schedule for 5 days in September, which is great. Love to see my calendar fill up. I just wanted to fill up a little bit sooner in September, but it's still nice to have it go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
agree.
feel like it's only going to go up from there too, especially since.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have Tom, who's been our DM. By the way, shout out to our DM. Let's get some hype in the chat for our DM for doing an amazing job of pulling everyone together, getting the group to actually meet, and then basically going in a totally different direction than he was expecting to that whole time. So, love it.
Yeah. So, I was just on a podcast through my school, where I'm a professor at Colorado School of Mines. So it was did a short 10-minute podcast episode about some of the research we're doing. Post a link to it in the chat if you're interested in human-robot interaction and relationships between cognitive psychology and robotics and racial bias and computer vision and things like that. It's 10 minutes. So that came out yesterday. And then otherwise, just looking forward to the summer and getting back into research with my students. We're going to be meeting in person. Going to have an in-person lab meeting on Monday. Woo! So I'm pretty excited about actually seeing my students in person instead of just over Zoom.
Try putting up Lincoln again, because the bot has protection on it. I have to make sure you're as someone who.
I'm real.
Yes,
He's real.
I promise you, I'm real. Oh, put it in again. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. So that's that.
Very, very cool. And everyone else here, I'm probably going to continue doing the streaming stuff for the rest of today. Not sure exactly what I'll play. Probably Apex Legends. Probably my HDCP thing just started doing something weird. So sorry about that. Yeah. This is what I will be doing for the rest of the day. Playing something, or maybe working on something, drawing. I don't know yet. Yeah, let me see what's going on with the capture card. Why I just did that.
I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah. Yep.
Talking to everybody.
All right. See everyone.
It's been real.
I just want to quickly point out that Gunpla that was unboxing the video, I'm still working on it. 7 years later. It's that one right there.
Yeah.
I'm very slow.
It's a process.
Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.